What are the chances of a global disruption in 2024? What are the factors that could alter the state of global order? Now, if these questions bother you, you are not alone. Two wars, high interest rate regimes, and extreme weather conditions could alter the fate of 2024. This as per the Economist Intelligence Unit Risk Outlook for the coming year. The report evaluated top 10 global events that could severely impact core economic as well as geopolitical progress. Now, these factors range in from political to economic in nature and from military to environmental. Let's begin with political factors first. Number one, change in the US administration. There is a moderate probability and a moderate impact of what could be a change in the US as elections are due for 2024, and the prospects of Democrats losing to Republicans would mean a shift in foreign policy. Number two, artificial intelligence that could disrupt elections which are due not just in the US but also in India. There is a moderate probability and a low impact of it. Remember, AI could augment human capabilities but also raise risks of disinformation campaign, especially during elections. Number three, industrial actions. There is a high probability and a moderate impact of continued high global commodity prices, energy prices that can fuel discontent in 24-25. As a result, there are chances of a stagnation in wage that could lead to unrest in different parts of the world. Number four, monetary policy tightening. There is a moderate probability and a high impact. The risk of inflation reaccelerating in 2024 persists, even as there are signs of cool-off emerging. Now, as a result, central banks would continue to tighten monetary policy into next year, and there would be disproportionately high interest rates, resulting in currency depreciation for people all across the world. Number five, green technology subsidy raise. There is a moderate probability and a high impact that in a quest for clean energy, Western economies would introduce substantial incentives and also limit and strictly source components required for green energy. These requirements could spur tensions between the EU and the US and increase the input cost, impacting green technologies. Number six, policy failure in China. There is a low probability and a high impact. Remember, China has been struggling with sluggish response to post-pandemic slowdown and government's inability to boost and guide markets. That has in fact lowered China's growth potential and would in turn impact the rest of the world. Number seven, the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war will or might have a spillover impact. There is a very low probability, but this will have a very high impact. Russia's invasion of Ukraine fueled geopolitical tensions that continue to impact supply chains even till date. Further deterioration of relations between the Western countries and Russia can raise military risk not just for Europe but the rest of the world. Number eight, China annexing Taiwan. There is a low probability but a very high impact value to it. Any direct conflict between China and Taiwan is unlikely in 2024. But remember, January elections in Taiwan may be a source of contention for China, and China annexing Taiwan will have a large-scale economic fallout, with China as a major hub of semiconductors for the rest of the world. Number nine, escalation of Israel-Hamas war. There is a very low probability but a very high impact. If surrounding countries get involved and support the Palestinian cause, the war will engulf Middle East. Any involvement of Iran could lead to countermeasures from Israel and will have economic and geopolitical impact like never before. Number 10, extreme weather conditions. There is a very high probability and a moderate impact of extreme weather conditions. Now, climate change could impact global supply chains. Severe drought, heat waves have already weighed in on crop yields and will impact lives as well as livelihoods in 2024.